In our ever-connected world, we're constantly sharing our thoughts, our experiences, but sometimes our greatest impact can come from sharing the things that we know. These are the things we've learned, lessons we've grown from, and passions we've mastered. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen. People around the world are now sharing their knowledge as their body of work, building their credibility, their freedom of time, their way to earn an income, and for some, it's their legacy for the world. It becomes a manifestation where their imagination met creation, and what is most exciting about this time is that this movement is for everyone, because everyone is a creator. Everyone has a skill and knowledge they can share. No, they must share. No matter your location, your background, your story, your experiences, everyone can do this. You can teach the things you love and be able to impact the lives of others. You can teach the things that may seem simple to you and be able to grow a community around your work. You can create, inspire, follow your dreams, and change the norm. So we welcome you, the new creators, our next creators. Let this be your platform, because if there's one thing we know, it's that nothing is impossible and everything is teachable. Good morning, everyone. We are live. Hello, I am Jess here. We've got Encore. How are you guys doing?
What's up, everyone?
Type into the chat. Let us know if you can see us, you can hear us. We're coming in loud and clear. I'm so excited. This is the official kickoff of the Freelancers Day. How are you feeling?
I'm excited. It's, now that everyone or a lot of people here have to be at home, this has become the most exciting part of my day. So I'm really, really excited to spend the morning with all of you lovely people, loud and clear. People tuning in from everywhere, Florida, Bahamas. Oh man, someone's in the Bahamas. I wish I was there.
Nice.
Loud and clear from Kenya. It's really, really exciting to see you all. I think we have a lot of freelancers here. Isn't that how you first got started, Jess?
Yeah, it's funny. I was a web designer, and I mean, we're going to be talking about this, I'm sure, today, but just doing a lot of projects, getting close to burnout, and then not always doing the things that I was passionate about, but it was like I had to just keep taking on client work. So I'd actually love to know in the chat, what is your business? Like, what is it that you are doing as a freelancer or consultant? Let us know in the chat here.
So fun. It's going crazy. I think we're going to talk a lot today about this idea of, trading time for money, which is the definition of what freelancing is, and what you can do to sort of get off that transaction. Because initially it's a great way to start a business, but when it comes to scaling, it's pretty challenging. Artist, content creator, education, social media consultant, management consultant. Wow, this chat is so fun. It's going to be a great day.
This is amazing. Yeah, and just want to add too, so we are going to be doing a Q&A at the end. So do keep your questions handy. We'll be there to answer them. But I guess it's 11:03. We've probably given our last minute stragglers a few extra minutes to come in. Looking forward to this. I'm going to switch my screen. We're going to dive into this. And just one more time, once I switch my screen, let me know that you can still see and hear it.
Perfect. Looking good.
Awesome. Well, welcome. So this is the Reach Summit. This is a summit that we've put together specifically for freelancers and consultants, because I think, there are very unique pain points that you experience as you're trying to grow your business. And we're hoping today that we're going to give you some alternative solutions to be able to address that. So the official title is How to Create a Profitable Course in 30 Days. But I guess before we dive into the content, I'd love to introduce you to us. Encore, do you want to say hi?
Yeah. For those of you that have not heard of Teachable, we're an online course hosting platform. We've been around for 6 years now. We've helped 25,000 creators sell classes to about 30 million students, earning over $500 million. I'm the founder. I started the company 6 years ago. It's great to be here today.
And I'm Jessica Tor. I'm head partnerships here at Teachable. And yeah, like you were saying, it's so fascinating to see just what people are doing when it comes to online courses, and even just seeing what freelancers have been doing. It's super exciting. And today, this workshop is going to be perfect for you. And I would love for you if you can type into the chat if any of these things resonate with you. But if you're a freelancer who is making money selling your time and skills, if you're looking for perhaps a more reliable source of income that does not add more time constraints to your schedule, maybe you want to grow your impact and reach more people with your work, or you're just looking for a way to make more money that doesn't involve constantly selling more of your limited time, type that into the chat. Let us know which one you are at. And also, why should you spend time with us today? why should you spend your Wednesday with us? But really, during the summit, we're going to be giving you a proven roadmap to create a profitable online course. But we're going to be tackling the following pain points that are very unique to you as a freelancer or consultant. So first of all, we're going to tackle how to increase your income when your time is limited, how to create a solid foundation of revenue so that you can take projects you care about most. So we are not going to try to convince you not to be a freelancer. This is just to ensure that your business model allows you to say no so you can say yes to the things that you want to do. And then finally, how to reach more people with your work without overextending. But what are people saying in the chat, Encore? Looking here, chat is moving so quickly.
Sorry, I was speaking with a muted mic.
That's okay.
The fine art photographer, yeah. People are podcaster, fine art photographer. Number two, a lot of number twos, a couple of number threes.
Awesome. Okay.
But
That's great. Thanks for sharing that, guys. So our goal for you is to become a freelancer who only takes jobs that you're passionate about. So this is like something that can be the theme for the entire summit, but your time is limited and you're going to eventually reach a cap with how much work you can take on and subsequently how much revenue you can generate. Because I think with the freelancer model, there's two options. You increase the amount of projects you're taking on to increase your revenue, or you increase your prices to reduce the amount of time you're spending. But on both ends of that, there's a cap. You can only raise your prices so much. You can only take on so many projects. So today we're going to give you an opportunity for you to teach one or more of your skills at scale so that you can generate a reliable income and take the jobs that you want. So this is the agenda for today. First of all, we're going to go through our 7 steps to launching your course. And this is a method that we have shared so many times. We've watched over 30,000 successful course creators do this. We're going to go through a 3-step process for choosing your course topic, sharing real life examples from our successful course creators at Teachable, how to launch a course without the technical headaches and challenges. So if you aren't a freelancing web designer or developer, we're going to show you how to do this easily. And then our famous 8-day course launch strategy. So how do you actually enroll people in your course? How do you start making sales, including a full launch calendar? So how to get the most out of this webinar? First, please take notes. I tend to speak quickly. I will do my best not to, but there's just a lot of content to get through. Do use the chat feature, as I see many of you already have been doing. You'll see on the right-hand side of this video, there's a few different tabs. Click on the chat bubble so you can respond and engage with the community. Take screenshots of the content. And I'm going to give you a little hint as to why. And just a quick tech tip. If anything looks blurry for whatever reason, hover at the bottom right of this video, click on the gear icon, and then select 720p HD. If anything seems to be buffering with the internet connection, click, I believe, like 300 or 320. That should reduce the quality.
Yep, I see a couple people in chat having issues with the audio quality. I would recommend changing to a lower video quality, and all of a sudden your audio should stop buffering. So
yeah, it's cool. Tough because I think a lot of people are using the internet all at once lately. So I think the internet service providers are not prepared for it. So we also have a contest alert. So this is why I want you to take photos of your screen, of your notes. You can take a selfie if you want while you're watching this webinar, whatever you want. But we're actually going to be giving away a couple of really awesome things. If you take a picture of your notes, post them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever your preferred platform is.
TikTok, Snapchat.
TikTok, exactly. Use the hashtag #ReachSummit2020. This is going to get you entered for a chance to win either a Blue Yeti Nano microphone. Blue Yeti is actually what Encore is using. So if you've been wondering why his audio is so crisp, you have a chance to win that microphone, but a new one. 1 year of Canva Pro membership, Teachable Creator Hat, which Encore was also modeling, 1 year of free group coaching with our customer success team, and 3 months of Teachable. So all of that just to use a hashtag share your notes. Now, I really want to quickly dive into the why before we get into all this strategy, because you might still be wondering, like, is this going to make sense for you, and why online courses? And as a freelancer or consultant, you face very specific challenges in growing your business, and courses can actually solve them. So first of all is the money. So as a freelancer consultant, your ability to make money is limited to the number of hours that you have free in a given week. You know, if you want to take holidays, well, you're not going to be freelancing. You're not going to be generating income in that sense. And eventually you're going to hit capacity. Even if you have more to give creatively, you just don't have the time. So many people, many freelancers actually create courses as their sole or full-time income, but courses can actually help give you a steady stream of income so you can use your time more wisely. And a great example of this is Nicole Walters. So she's a business consultant, or she originally was a business consultant, and she started to incorporate courses in her business model. She's reached thousands of people now, but she still does in-person work. It's just she's able to do that more at scale because she has those courses. Faster results. I mean, if you're building up your client portfolio, that can take years to grow your network. If you're launching a big project with a client, that can take months of work before you actually get paid. But with courses, you can get results within 1 to 3 months. And an example of this is Lauren Holm. So she is a illustrator. She does hand lettering art, and she is a freelancer. In fact, she still takes on client projects, but she noticed that a lot of people were asking her how she does this style of work that she does. She was posting it on Instagram, and so she diversified her income by now selling courses, teaching people how to do this skill, and that way she can still take on the project she wants, but she's not tied to that. And then third is the room to breathe. And Encore, I'm sure you've seen so many freelancers are basically just, they have to consistently look for that next project, that next client. And it's interesting, we have been seeing courses help with that. And I'd love to know too in the chat if you relate to this, if you are constantly on that hamster wheel where you are constantly looking for new clients and new projects. And Dallin needed, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, when we started Teachable, we realized there's so many people that ultimately the big motivator for them to get started with online courses was wanting to get off that hamster wheel, stop having to do additional work every time you wanted to make additional income. Like with courses, you put in the work up front, but once you get that system working, it just works for you. And I think that's been a really big motivator.
For sure. An example of this is Dallin Neat. And it's funny because Dallin is an incredible videographer and we work with Dallin, but he actually has his own courses because what he noticed was a lot of creators weren't ready to pay for his one-on-one services yet. So he created very intro courses, like how to edit videos for beginners or how to master lighting. And then you can eventually work with him in person, but he has a few different offerings. The biggest takeaway that I hope you get from the summit is that creating a successful online course is doable in the short term. We're not talking about a year of work or more. It's really something that you can do and start to see results, especially as you already have this client base with people that you're working with. Another example is also the perceived value. So with a course, there's a higher perceived value to, let's say if you were to write a book. Pat Flynn is a perfect example of this. I mean, for most books, there's a cap at $20 to $25. And you're still learning something in it, but there is that cap. With courses, he sells, many courses, but they sell for around $800, sometimes even more than that. So you're still helping people get to an outcome, but there's a higher perceived value.
That's a really interesting point, Jess. Whenever we've seen authors create a course from the same book, like the exact same topic, there's a huge, 5 to 10x markup on the perceived value of a course, which is across the board.
Yeah, and I think it's there's also more ways that you can serve people because you can have videos, you can have Q&As, there's so much more that you can incorporate in that as well. So we've broken up all of the stuff that we're talking about, how to create a course into 7 manageable steps. But this is because as a team, we have seen what our course creators are doing. We've looked at the data to see what are the proven methods, what are the proven strategies that allow people to get success and do it in the best way, which is what we're going to go through today. So this is a 7-step process. Step 1 is going to be finding your most profitable course idea. Then we're going to dive into setting income goals, and I'm going to share a very simple formula so you know realistically what you need to have in place to hit it. Step 3, all about growing your audience and an email list, which is very important. Step 4, we're going to talk about pricing. How much should you be charging for your courses? Step 5, we're going to talk about how do you create your school, a high converting sales page. Step 6 is all about creating and recording your course that actually gets people results. And then step 7, which I think is everyone's favorite step, is the launch. So how do you actually get people to enroll in your course to start make sales? We're going to go through all of that. Now, there's only 3 categories.
And if you're ready and excited, no, Jess, we're going to get people hyped up. If you're ready to dive into step 1, type it into chat saying I'm ready, and only then should we proceed to step 1.
Yeah, let's see. We need at least 1,000 people to comment here. I know there's at least
At least
1,000
1,000
people.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Now we may proceed. Now.
Wonderful. Thank you for the energy. Now, there's normally 3 categories of people, and I want you to pay very close attention to which one you fall into and type it into the chat. So number 1 is you're excited, but you have no idea what you want your course to be about, and you just don't know where to start. 2 is you have an idea of what you want your course to be about, but now you just need help refining and tweaking that idea. And then step 3 is you have a ton of ideas for your courses, but you're like, okay, I need to find out which is going to be the most profitable. And Encore, we actually have a very interesting case study here with Angela Fair. She has watercolor painting courses. Do you want to share just kind of like the incredible things that she's doing in the topics?
And Angela is amazing. At this point, we haven't updated the slide, but she's, I think, hitting close to $1 million in earnings. But Angela came to us about almost 6 years ago, and Angela had an interesting dilemma. She saw people have courses on programming and marketing and all these like technical skills, but Angela's an artist. I mean, she paints for a living. She has amazing paintings, and that's always been her passion. And her question was like, can I earn a living doing this? Like, I don't see courses on, these kinds of topics. And we told her, put it up, see sort of where you get to. And in her first month, she made $2,000 being in, teaching other people her passion. And since then, she's now scaled. The slide says 8,000, but tens of thousands of dollars, literally teaching other people to do the exact same thing you're passionate about, which I think it's a double whammy because yes, you get to like evangelize the thing you care about, but then you get to hang out with other people that share your exact same passion. So she's super happy.
Yeah, and it's interesting because her topic, I think a lot of people feel like they need to teach people how to make money, or like it has to be a very specific topic that they think people are going to want to pay for. But hers is just simply like how to paint with watercolors. I love it. And there's thousands of possible course topics. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite things about being at Teachable is just seeing what people are teaching. We've seen like language learning, card magic, making paper flowers. One of my personal favorites, copper deficiency in goats. 3,000 students in that course, actually more than that, in that one course. So there's so many possible topics and niches, but let's talk about you. How are you going to find out what your profitable course idea is? So this is interesting because for you as a freelancer, I want you to think about the secondary skills or the micro skill that you use when you freelance or consult that could be taught to someone else. So I'm gonna give you some examples here. If you're a copywriter, you might be able to create a special course on proper grammar. Side note, if that is you, definitely hit me up. Example 2 is like maybe you're a designer. You could focus specifically on a Photoshop course or an introductory Photoshop course. Now, as you're starting to think through these ideas, and I'd love for you to share them in the chat, there's a few myths that we need to debunk. First, you might be thinking, okay, well, I have to teach my primary skill. So if I'm a photographer, I need to teach people how to be photographers. If I'm a web designer, I have to teach people how to make their own websites. But you can actually include one aspect of what you do. Because in the previous example, you can see niche topics succeed all the time on Teachable. But I want you to think of your secondary skills, the hobbies related to your current business. So for example, if you are a photographer, you might notice that, even on your personal Instagram, a lot of people are wondering how you take such beautiful photos with your iPhone. And they're like, even if I'm in the same location, I can never get them to look the way that you have them like that. So start to think of what are those secondary skills that you have that maybe you would take for granted. Myth number 2, might be thinking, okay, well, I can teach this, but I feel like there's just so many other bigger creators. Who am I to teach video editing when there's Peter McKinnon who has millions of subscribers on YouTube? There're just more people that are more of an expert level than I am. And Encore, this is something I think we see consistently, especially as we have so many people creating courses on so many different topics. But what would you say to that whole idea of I'm not an expert. Who am I to be sharing my my course if there's other people that I think are more advanced?
Yeah, if anyone feels that way, let us know in chat, because whenever I talk to people, that is the biggest objection people have, is this fear of man, if Pat Flynn, as an example, is teaching a podcasting class, why would anyone pay little old me for it? But what we found that's really interesting is people aren't necessarily looking to learn from the single best expert at anything. They want to learn from someone whose journey is relatable to them. And as an example, I always talk about the first people to ever earn $1 million on Teachable were these 2 kids, John and Elliot, who taught people how to build iPhone applications. And you would think that John and Elliot were probably amazing programmers, that everyone was clamoring to learn from them. But actually, John and Elliot were not good. They had tried to learn how to code for a long time, failed, and even eventually sort of could build an application. But because of the fact that they were similar to their students, people paid more to learn from them because their journey kind of people connected with that narrative more. So for everyone listening this, I would like to assure you that there's something about your story and your journey that's going to make you a more appealing teacher to certain students. And that's a really, really powerful concept. And when I internalized that sort of took the imposter syndrome I had and converted it to like the sense of, like my message is valuable and there's an audience for it.
Yeah, it's so true. You have such unique experiences, and it's like Will Smith could have an acting course, but he's going to say, oh, call your agent and he'll book you in a movie. Whereas if you're just starting out, that might not be the most relevant information.
Yeah. The example I always tell everyone is like Masterclass has this course where I can learn how to play basketball from Steph Curry. And look, I'd like to get better at basketball, but that's not relatable. If they have this Indian dude, like I'd be like, you know what? I will learn how to play basketball from that guy. So
exactly.
Yeah, so keep moving.
Myth number 3 is, if I offer courses, isn't that going to make my services obsolete? So you might be thinking, well, hang on. If I teach people how to do what I do themselves, why on earth would they ever pay for my freelancing services? But really, courses can actually serve as both a stepping stone for your customers. So like we said with Dallin, who's the videographer, not everyone can afford his in-person services. So he has introductory courses, but courses can be incredible opportunities to uplevel your customer onboarding experience. So if you're making someone a website, having little courses that show people how to update their blog themselves, so powerful. But really, the most important part of any online course is that you provide a transformation for your students. So what will someone have at the end of your course? What will they feel? Who will they be? People don't buy good ideas. They don't buy how popular you are or how amazing you are at a specific skill. They are buying who they will be at the end of that program. Example of this is Pat Flynn's Power Up Podcasting. It is a course on podcasting. However, his transformation isn't just learn how to be a podcaster. He says it is a step-by-step course to launch a successful podcast that gets found and grows your online brand. That is so specific and tangible. You know exactly what you will have at the end of it. Or Jessica Sprague has learned how to create digital scrapbooks in 30 days. Myth number 3, though, is you might be thinking, okay, this is all well and good, but I feel like I need to have hours and hours of content, that the more information that I provide in my course, that is what makes it more valuable. And the fact is less is more. And we've seen this consistently. The important thing to understand is that your course, for it to be great, for it to be good, it should simplify things and cut through the information to find out what is actually important. So there's so much information out on the internet. Everyone tries to learn skills for free on the internet, but the problem with that is that it takes so much more time, so much more effort. You learn more than you need to. It's overwhelming. You make mistakes. Your course, and the reason why people invest in it, is because it is a shortcut to an outcome. So the value is you being able to simplify and aggregate and help people sort through the noise. All right, so let's just recap here. So for step 1, to find a profitable course idea, step 1 is you brainstorm topics that you're passionate about, thinking of your secondary skills, really thinking outside of the box there. Step 2 is you determine the transformation that you're going to provide your students. And then step 3, you choose the most impactful transformation and create your course. All right, we are on step 1. I know you might be thinking, I'm sorry, that was only step 1. That was so much. But just know that this is just this is the foundation. We need to ensure you have a solid idea before we can build off it. But type in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling, what your ideas are as they're coming in for those outcomes.
Yep. Now, and this is the most critical step. If you figure out the transformation, everything builds on top of it.
Yes. Now we're ready to go into step 2, which is setting your income goals using our course formula. So before you can launch your course and make money, you need to understand that there is a proven formula behind how you're actually going to make money selling your courses. Now, because you likely have a network of clients, you may already have a list of potential buyers for your course. And this puts you in a unique position because that makes succeeding so much easier because you're not necessarily starting from scratch. But let's just look at this formula here. And this is probably one of those slides that you might want to screenshot, take a photo of, get your pen and paper out. But this is something that most people miss, and they launch new products and then they're surprised or disappointed when they don't hit the goal they wanted. We need to figure out, first of all, what is your revenue goal? What do you want to make with this course launch? Working backwards, we then need to know how many people you have in your following, the conversion rate, and the conversion rate is the percentage of people that turn into paying customers from your list, and then the price of your course. Now, I'm going to come back to this to give you an example of how this formula works, but growing your list beyond your client base does not need to be difficult. So let's just take a look at how big your audience actually needs to be to give your course a good chance to succeed. So right now, I want you to figure out how many email subscribers that you're going to need based on your revenue goal. So we're going to do a real life example here. Let's say you wanted to make $1,000. Now we're going to assume that your course is priced at $100 to $300. And if that feels like a lot, we're actually going to be touching on that in just a moment. But if you wanted to hit $1,000, we're going to work backwards and we're going to say that your conversion rate is 2%. Now, 2% is actually an industry average. It's considered good, actually. So we're going to have 2% here. We're going to put 0.02. Working backwards, for a $200 course, you would only need 250 people in your email list. That works out to like 5 courses. I want you to really look like this. If you open up a new tab and you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram right now, I want you to come back and really look at this. I think so many people feel like they need to have tens of thousands, millions of people in their following in order to start generating an income. And that is not the case if you look and use this formula. So let me know, does that feel like a bit of a relief where you're like, oh, I don't need to have 2 million subscribers on YouTube or 500,000 people on my email list to start to get results? Type that into the chat. Let me know where you are at. And as you're doing that, we're going to go on to step 3, which is, okay, well, now that we know we need an email list, how do we actually grow one? So when you're starting out, or maybe if you have a small list, what's interesting is that every successful course creator on Teachable has been doing it in the same proven way, to the point where I've yet to see someone do it differently. To grow your email list, you need to give away free value, whether it's a piece of content, a piece of your course, in exchange for someone's email address. And there's quite a few strategies that you can use for this. And Encore, I know we've done all of these, but method 1 is the giveaway. Do you want to kind of share, like, how do giveaways work in the sense of growing your list? Like, how have we even used it?
Oh yeah, giveaways are so powerful. The central idea with the giveaway is you create this like amazing bundle of things that one lucky winner gets. So for us, what we did is we created a teaching giveaway where we give away 10 books, a Blue Yeti microphone, our software, all of these things to one lucky winner. So it's a really attractive package. And except in order to enter the giveaway, people had to enter their email address. So using this method, we could quickly get hundreds and eventually thousands of email addresses. And that was step 1. Now for step 2, we use software called King Sumo Giveaways, and I'll type that in chat as well. And what that did is it created a viral giveaway that after someone entered your giveaway, they got a special link with which they could share the giveaway to their friends. And if they got more friends to sign up, they got more entries. So this created this great sort of virtuous cycle that helped us, eventually take this giveaway that we put a few hundred people in and get thousands of email addresses. And you can do the same with your topic. The only thing is, what you give away should be related to what people in your target audience want, and can easily use this to get hundreds and sometimes thousands of emails.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to add too, so please keep your questions in mind because we're going to do a Q&A at the end of this. So if there's anything where you're like, wait, what was that formula again? Or what was the name of the software you mentioned? We're going to come back to that to answer all your questions at the very end. Method 2 is the mini course. So really what you can do, let's say you have your course and there's 10 sections inside it. You could take one part of that and offer it for free as part of a mini course. Now, this is great because if someone is a good fit for your mini course, then they're probably also going to be a great fit for your paid course once you open enrollment. So I'm going to give you some examples of how this works. This is Abby Ashley. She has a mini course for being a booked out virtual assistant. So you enter your email address to get access to it. Then after you go through Abby's free email course, she then invites you to her premium course. Benny Lewis is another example. He has a Speak in a Week email course, just a very introductory course for learning new languages. Then after you go through his free email course, he then invites you to buy his premium course for $97. So it's just like that natural next step. And you're going to have people in that list that are going through your mini course that are going to be like, heck yes, like I'm ready to learn more. I want to do the full program. Now, where do you find people to even sign up for your mini course? You might be wondering that. There's so many different ways that you can do this, but some ideas. You can include it on your blog, your podcast, or in a video if that is something that you do. You could share it via Twitter, Instagram, Reddit. There's so many very specific subreddits or forums that you can share your course. You can partner with people who have your ideal audience. You can offer it in your email signature. So every time you send an email in the signature, you can be like, hey, check out my free course on X, Y, and Z. You could do guest blog posts and link to it. You could share it in forums like Quora, Facebook groups. You could even ask your network, being like, hey, I have this free course that I'm offering. I would love to see if anyone has been struggling with this and would like access to it. Hit me up. So many things that you can do. Now, this is what's interesting though. When you do your free mini course, one, you're going to put tons of people, hundreds, maybe thousands of people in your free mini course in days, depending on obviously where you're starting out from. You start to build a great audience, but you deliver a lot of value up front. You start building a genuine relationship with your audience around your course. You're helping people get results regardless of if they purchase from you or not. And this is important to establish a genuine relationship with your audience. But if you're just starting out, you're going to have people that are probably praising your mini course. They're sharing the results they're getting. You can use their feedback as testimonials when you launch your premium course. That's a great way to increase your social proof, especially when you're launching a new product. And then method 3, very similar or exactly to what you're looking at now, is a webinar. And honestly, webinars are they're such a great way to teach and provide value to your audience because you can actually go through content and walk them through to get to an outcome. But you can also do go live on, if you want to do like Instagram TV or YouTube live. There's so many ways that you can, again, build that stronger connection with your audience, provide value, demonstrate you can help them get results, to show people that you would be a great fit when you launch your course. Now, after you implement these strategies, you're going to have a group of potential students who you've already helped. So they're going to be interested in buying your paid course. And then later in the very, very last step, I'm going to show you how to actually launch your course to this list. So I am giving you an exact, what you should do step by step, course marketing calendar, what emails you should be sending. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's go into step 4, which is pricing. And I think this is probably one of those topics that everyone is like, just tell me, how much should I charge for my course? What's the right answer? And Encore, this actually has been pretty fascinating to see what are the average prices of our successful courses. And this actually blew me away. Do you want to share kind of what we found with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you see on the slide, the average price of the people that do the best on Teachable is close to $300. But what's even more interesting to see is when we look at our data, every single quarter, every single year, the successful people keep charging more. And whenever we teach this class, what we find to be the reaction universally, and maybe you have this reaction too, is like, wow, that sounds like a lot of money. Most people start out, and this is probably where you are, charging less than you should. And, Jess is going to talk more about it. But the pricing section, in my mind, is one of the most impactful sections because most people can charge a little bit more than they're comfortable with the first time, and they're only going to do better. So, Jess, take it away.
Yeah, pricing is a tough one because I think it makes a lot of people uncomfortable because they're like, who am I to be charging this? But what we actually found, the best way to hit your revenue target is to use premium pricing. So it's important to note that the average price is around $272 like we've seen at Teachable. Some people are charging way more than that. It's important to note that it's premium pricing for your audience. So for example, if you're teaching people how to decorate the inside of their private jet, terrible example, $272 is not going to be a premium price for that course. If you're showing people how to get out of debt, even $99 might be considered a premium price. So your audience best.
Someone has a really good point in chat being like, it's a geographic too. Like if you're selling to Africa or Latin America, it's a different price, which is why our advice is not around a specific number. I would, and I know Jess has thoughts too, but I would personally just take whatever price you have in your mind that you're comfortable with and probably double it, like, so if you were thinking about charging $30, you're now charging 60. That way you stay within the realm of what you were already going to charge, and we're not telling you a random number, but you can in most cases move up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's why we never say charge this amount, because you know your audience best. But the thing is, when you use premium pricing, one, it's easier to hit your income goals because you don't have to make as many sales. But, and this is the interesting part, your students are going to be more engaged and get better results because they're going to be more mentally prepared to actually take your course, to actually do the work, because it wasn't an impulse buy. I don't know about you, but I've definitely purchased, very cheap things on sale, or even just certain courses that were $10 or free courses that I have yet to actually go through because it was an impulse buy, versus something where I had to make the conscious decision that this was an investment, that this is something that I wanted to ensure I actually took action on to get results. But looking at the numbers, if your goal is to make $1,000, if you charge $100 for your course, you make 10 sales. If you charge $500, you only need to make 2. So you can see how this can actually make quite a difference when you start to increase your prices. All right, now let's go on to step 5, which is creating your school and a high converting sales page. So this is important because we hear a few things over and over again when it comes to people wanting to create their courses. First of all, people are like, okay, I want it to look professional, but I want to be able to do that without having to have a technical expertise. Or you want to be able to customize it so it reflects your brand, and you want to have your own domain name. You want your course website to be mobile optimized so that it looks good on every device. And this isn't just a nice to have, this is essential nowadays. You want to have total control over your students' data and emails. So you don't want to be on a platform or whatever you're doing that can contact your students and can decide how much you can charge or how much income you can make from it. And you should be able to accept payments on day 1. And the nice thing is you can do all this on Teachable, but we're not going to go into this big demo right now. But Encore, this is, all of those things are what led to Teachable being Teachable, because they're, it's creator first. We want to ensure that there is a platform that allows people to grow their business themselves.
Yep. I'm not going to bore you all with the founding story, but a very, very short version of that is me and a friend of mine were creators ourselves. We built this for us for all those reasons. We were frustrated with other platforms that either took ownership over our audience, or took a bulk of the revenue we earned, or another platform deciding whether we can charge for something or not. So for all those reasons, that's why Teachable exists, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. But regardless of, if you have your course or whatever it is, the most important thing is once you have that course and the platform that you're happy with, you're going to need a sales page that converts like crazy. So your sales page is where you send everyone once you start promoting your course. So that's where you communicate the values. This is where people can buy your course. And it is so important that there are a few things that you include on this page to ensure that you increase the chances of people actually converting to join. Now, there's 6 key components we found on a successful sales page, and this is it. So first is your title and your description. So this should be above the page fold, and it is so important that with your description, you don't want it to be very vague and catchy. It should be clear just by reading that sentence exactly what the outcome is that your course is going to provide. So same thing going back to Pat's Power Up Podcasting. It's a step-by-step course to launch a successful podcast that gets found and grows your online brand. It is so clear, I do not need to scroll down the page further to get more information. Next, you'll see we have a video. Video is probably one of the most impactful things you can include on your sales page because it shows that there is a real person behind this course, that you were excited about it, that, that there's a reason why you started this course in the first place. Just note though, it does not need to be professionally filmed, does not need to be this fancy setup. Just show people that there is a real person behind the course. Then we go into your course description. So going back to communicating the transformation, don't just list out all of the videos or all of the content people have access to. You really want to illustrate what is the outcome that they're going to get every step of the way. And then we have testimonials. So rather than you saying how amazing your course is, it's really helpful if you have people who have actually gone through it or people who are maybe have worked with you to just share how impactful your work is. What I will say though is if it's possible, if people, let's say, are recording videos or they're writing testimonials, it's great if they can share what they were doing before. So like, what were their pain points before? What were their hesitations before they purchased your course? And then sharing also what the impact or the outcome they've had. This is just going to relate to people more when they're on that page. But Encore, another thing that I think a lot of people experience is they're like, well, okay, I'm a first-time course creator. I do not have any testimonials. I'm still new in the game. How do I get people to write testimonials? And what would you say to those people?
Ask your mom. I would just go to my mom and no, I'm kidding. So even if you don't have a testimonial about your course, someone out there has nice things to say about you and as closely related to the topic as possible. And let's imagine as a lot of people here, you might have a client that's really happy with you. Have a client testimonial. Maybe the testimonial is not about the course, but it's about the service you provided. Like if you have a copywriting course, but instead you're a copywriter, your testimonial could be like, holy shit, Jess, you are amazing at copywriting. You completely changed my business's conversion rate. And like, I would hire Jess in a heartbeat. Now, even though that's not a testimonial about Jess's course, that's still a very, very powerful testimonial. So look for those sort of narratives, even if it's not related to the course, and put it on your page. Because as humans, we're, tribal animals. We follow social cues. And it's insane how powerful sort of reading this on a sales page is when it comes to convincing people to buy your product.
Yeah, absolutely. And keep your questions coming, so we'll answer them at the end. Next is payment plans. So if you're using premium pricing, it means that not necessarily everyone's going to be able to pay for it all in one go. Now, rather than pushing those people out from joining your course, you can make it more accessible without devaluing your course by offering a payment plan. So you can split the payment up in one payment, two payments, however much you want. But that's a way to do premium pricing without pushing people out. All right, now we're ready to go into step 6, creating your course. The step that I'm sure everyone was excited about. You're like, this is going to be fun and easy. Just kidding. I think this is a step that holds most people back. Let's talk about your course outline. How do you actually structure your course to get the best results? And really the best thing to do is to first figure out what your outcome is and then work backwards. So what does someone need to do every single day, every single week, or every step along the way to get to that outcome? And then each step becomes a section. Now, I would keep it to 6 to 12 sections, nothing more, because again, less is more. And then within those sections, you can add in your video lectures. So just to maybe break this up even more, think of it like a book. So the sections are the chapters of your book. And then within that, you will include all of the information, which is your videos. So when you're recording your videos, really the easiest thing to follow is just answering 3 questions every time. What, why, and how? What is your student about to learn? Why is it important? It's important that you show people like why they should be engaged and pay attention and excited for what they're about to learn. And then you show them how to do it. But really the most important thing is that at the end of every single video, every single section, people have some form of a transformation. Okay, well, how do you create your content? Depending on what you're teaching, most people will use PowerPoint or Keynote and just to create their slides, or even Google Slides, Google Deck. And then you can use a screen recording tool like ScreenFlow or Loom or OBS or Camtasia, and we'll type those into the chat. But really what you can do is just talk through your presentation as if you were giving a live lecture and then record it. So there's no crazy editing, but if you don't want to do that, other ideas could be interviews with experts. You could include cheat sheets, case studies, supporting materials, toolkits, audio-only training. The point is that it does not need to be expensive or complicated to have a professional-looking course that gets people results. All right, so let me know if that makes sense. And I'd also love to know what format you're thinking about for your course. So what, are you going to do just audio? Are you going to add PDFs and videos? Let me know in the chat. But I think now it's time to get to the step that I think everyone has been waiting for, which is the launch.
Let's do it. Again, now we need to get a little hyped up before we dive into the launch. So if you are ready to dive into step 7, let us all type, I am ready to launch. Let's all do this together.
All right.
And only when we see 100, 200 people say they're ready to launch, only then we're going to launch.
Perfect.
All right. They're coming in now, coming in 10, 20, 30. All right, now it's crazy. Now we're over
Oh, wow.
100.
Okay.
Now we can do it.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you for your support there. All right. Just want to see if you're paying attention. All right. Let's go into step 7, which is a launch. Now, you might be typing that in, I'm ready to launch. But then you're like, wait, what's a launch? So really what we mean by this in this term is a course launch is the open enrollment period for a fixed number of days for people to enroll in your course. And then you temporarily close those enrollments so that you can focus on your students. So it's like the open and close cart, if you will. And the easiest way to make money with your course is actually to do it in 2 phases over a 30-day period. So this is a 2-phase approach. We have seen this work time and time again. It is proven. The first phase is the education phase. So this period can take 1 to 2 weeks. You can actually do this even longer. But really the whole point of this phase is that you are providing nothing but pure value to your audience. So you can show them that you can help them. You could do like your mini course, basically everything that we discussed in, I think it's step 3 when we were talking about growing your email list. But you're showing people that you can get them results. So they're going to know that you can help them. They're going to want your course because you've generated a demand for it, but also they trust you. And they trust you because you've earned it. There's no sneaky marketing here. Nothing for 1 to 2 weeks, you've given nothing but pure value, regardless of if people purchased from you or not. And then with an education phase complete, you have this captive audience, a large percentage of people who are going to be absolutely ready to invest in your paid course, which is why we then go into the second phase of the launch, which is the launch phase. So this is going to happen over like 1 to 2 weeks, but really for your first launch, keep things small. And this is where you're going to announce that your course is open for enrollment. And you really can make a meaningful income on your first course launch, even if you have a few hundred people on your list. Just like we showed you with that formula, it doesn't need to be this huge launch. So the first part is a pre-launch phase. So you're going to be sending out emails to your audience. And day 1, you send out a course teaser. So mention that you're going to be launching a course, but people can't join just yet. They just kind of like to build buzz. Day 2, you talk about what is in the course. So this is where you don't just say like, I have 50 videos, but you say, at the end of this course, you're going to achieve this. These are the transformations. These are the outcomes I'm going to be providing in this course. And then on day 3, we go into the sales phase. So this is where you officially say, all right, my course is now open for enrollment. You can now join. Day 4, start to answer like FAQs. Is this course right for me? And FAQs, by the way, it doesn't necessarily mean it is the most frequently asked question. It is also just you want to address objections. So what might be holding someone back who may be a good fit for your course? Day 5, you can add in a surprise bonus for everyone that joins. Day 6, send out a thank you email. So if you have testimonials or you have people who have joined your course and they're already sending you messages about how much they enjoy it, include those in this email and also thank everyone who's joined. Day 7, make a logical argument for why your course makes sense. So for someone who may be on the fence, but it might be the right fit for them, explain why. And then day 8 is where you say enrollment is closing and you can send an extra 1 to 2 emails. But encore, I already anticipate, I can't see the chat, but I anticipate that some people are like, 8 emails? That seems like a lot. What would you say to people that are a little bit hesitant about this many emails?
I mean, 1, I hear you. 8 emails is a lot. Number 2, you don't have to send all 8. Like, you can potentially scale them back. It's really up to you. But the third thing is this works. Like, we've tested this a million times before. If you copy this exactly, we guarantee you this works. You can change it around. It'll probably still work, maybe not quite as well. You can also potentially allow people to unsubscribe just from your launch, but still get your other emails. So I get it's okay for this to feel uncomfortable. Like, it feels uncomfortable for everyone, but it does work.
Yeah. And I would also say, like, when you're purchasing a product, so for someone who is actually interested in your course, which these people in your audience clearly are, with any product, like if you were buying a car, you're not going to be like, oh, I don't want to know all the information. I just want to buy the car. You want to know
also very clearly 8 emails in 8 days. Someone is saying, should I send them all at once? Do not do that.
No.
8 emails over 8 days, not 8 emails at once. Okay.
A very important clarification. Thank you. Yes. So really, it's like when someone who is wanting to purchase a course or product, they want to know as much as they can before they make that decision. And not everyone is going to open every single email. So it allows people to get the information that they need to make their decisions. And then here is kind of what this can look like. The reason why I'm showing you this calendar is that when you're sending out your emails, expect that you will probably get a big spike in sales on the first day, because those are the action takers. Those are people that were waiting on the edge of their seats to invest in this. But then expect it to drop. I can't tell you, this is so consistent. People will just assume that they're going to have the same amount every single day, and then they're disappointed and they're like, no, my course was a flop. The most sales will come on the very last day. And this is just because it is human nature. We procrastinate. We forget that there's a launch going on. So that is why it's important to send those last reminder emails so people can make their decision. Now, this is a case study from Lee. This is a testimonial for this webinar, for everything I just shared with you. He applied everything that I just shared. I did not hold anything back. He grew his list to over 1,400 people. He then had a final sign up of over 240 people. Now, very important to say, this results aren't typical. Like, this is an incredibly high conversion rate. What I will say though is that if you do take action on this, you will get results, and it's possible. All right, you can't see me. I'm giving you a virtual high five. We did it. I would love to hear from you in the chat. What's been your biggest takeaway so far? What has been the aha moments? Are there any things that you've been like, oh, I didn't realize I could do this? Type into the chat, let us know. And Ankur, you've been seeing a lot of people typing in. Are there any things that you've been seeing or any takeaways that you've had, even though you've seen this a gazillion times?
The first takeaway I have is Dan. Dan is being prudent, and Dan is giving us a virtual elbow bump. So thank you, Dan. Dan is
amazing. Great point.
But no, so people are really impressed with the launch sequence. I think that's a lot of people are saying that's their biggest takeaway. The focus on transformation, the transformation being the most important part. The fact that it's actionable is really, really cool to see people doing that. A couple of people are concerned about building an email list. Like, they understand what needs to be done, but it's still an intimidating amount of work. Lots and lots of people that are very, very excited, saying, great question from Sue, is this the end for today? This is the end of the feature presentation, but we have a really, really exciting special offer, and then we're going to hang out here for like 30, 40 minutes and answer all your questions. So that's yet to come.
Oh, and I think your audio might be a little bit muffled there. But yeah, no, we're going to hang out here for Q&A. So really, if there's anything we did not dive into, we're going to go through that in just a moment. But I do hope that, like, regardless of what your takeaways are, just know that you can do this. It is doable. It's easier than you think. And I know that sounds cheesy, but like, we have worked with so many creators. We've seen so many people just take action, take the next step, and get results. So speaking of next steps, first I want to thank you for spending your time with us today. This is a Wednesday, and you could be doing a million other things. So we appreciate you spending your time on this workshop to learn about how to create courses. So just know that, like, you can do this. We did not hold any information back, so just apply everything you learned. But if you would like to have like some extra guidance, some extra steps, we have a special offer that we're doing for this summit. And I mean, this has been a year in the making, but we really wanted to include some special things for you today. And this is our 2020 Growth Essentials Bundle. So if you have been thinking about joining Teachable anyways, and you're like, wait, yes, this is like the right time. Today, we're going to be offering, first of all, our professional plan. So that is $99 a month. You can cancel at any time. You're going to get access to the platform that allows you to create your courses, to get your course website set up, to accept payments, to enroll your students, all of that within Teachable. And also, if you've been thinking about Teachable, really this is the best time to join as well, because prices will be going up on March 31st. But I do want to say something that's very important, which is that this event we had planned a year ago, and a lot has changed in the world. So as a team, we've decided that we want to donate 25% of all sales from this summit to ConvertKit's Creator Fund. They're doing incredible work with everything that's been going on, and also highly recommend that you check out the work that they're doing with this Creator Fund. But yeah, just want to add that in as well. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, thank you for sharing that, Jess. So what that means is, like, 1/4 of your purchase will end up in the hands of another creator. It's a really cool initiative that puts money straight in the hands of other creators that might have lost a job or have been adversely impacted by the changing circumstances, and it helps them out with, rent or medical expenses or just life coming in the way. So it's a really cool initiative. And we're in a very, very fortunate position where we have the ability to help in this time, and we're partnering with ConvertKit, and you should certainly check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And so for those of you that are here and you're like, this is something that you were already considering anyways, this is the most exciting time to join Teachable, because we actually are including 6 premium programs and coaching from some of our most successful creators. The first course you're getting access to in this 2020 Growth Essentials bundle is Smart from Scratch from Pat Flynn. Now, Pat Flynn is not just an incredible entrepreneur, he's an incredible teacher. And this course is specifically for you if you want a hands-on comprehensive course that allows you to develop your next business idea. So it's not just launching things. He really shows you how to do market research, how to validate your ideas to ensure that there's a demand for your product before you go into it. Second course you get is Email List Lite Academy from Melissa Griffin. So this is honestly, Melissa Griffin is such an incredible creator. She is going to teach you how to grow your email list, but using strategies that fit your unique personality and strengths. So for example, a lot of people say you have to record a 3-part video series. If you don't like doing video, that doesn't necessarily mean that's the right strategy for you. So she shares how to identify what your personality is, what your strengths are, and then the most effective list building strategies to do that. Then we have the blogging bootcamp from John Meese. So if you've been wanting to start a blog and start to share your knowledge in that way, but you want a quick start guide on how to do it, John Meese from Michael Hyatt's Platform University has a great Kickstart course. You learn how to launch your blog from scratch in just 5 days. Then you get Launch Leader from Jennifer Kem. So this is the ultimate launch system for entrepreneurs. And in the course, you're going to get examples of launching lead magnets. And this is from doing webinars. If you want to launch ebooks or quizzes to grow your audience, she's going to give you strategies for beta testing, which is like testing out your course before you do a full launch. Really just like, this is more advanced strategies, but it is so effective if you're looking to scale what you're doing, or you want to have something in your back pocket for once you do your first launch, what the next step is from there. Then we have Instagram Sales Machine from Elise Dharma. And this is a 5-part system on how to attract quality Instagram followers. But this is not just to grow your vanity metrics on Instagram. She's going to show you how to strategically grow your Instagram following to lead people to your other offerings so you can also grow your business and create consistent, reliable sales. And then number 6, I think this is a crowd favorite. Dalanid has been super generous to donate or include his video editing for beginners course. So if you want to edit your own videos, but you do not know how to do that, this course is specifically for you if you're a beginner to learn everything that you need to know to edit, design, and optimize your videos. Then on top of that, I mean, there's a lot in this bundle, guys. We've really been, The reason why you've done this, though, is that you'll notice that all of these courses included here are very intentionally picked to help you get results in the quickest amount of time. So if you don't want to spend hours learning how to edit your videos, that's why we included that course. That's why we included all these other things in this bundle. On top of that, we have our Teachable You course. So this is our flagship course. This is a program that we developed based off of all of the data and the insights we've had from our top creators to really see like, what do you need to do to get your course business off the ground? So the first core course that you get access to is choosing your course topic. So at the end of this course, you're going to know not just like what a good idea is for your course, but that there is a demand. You're going to feel confident knowing that you've picked the perfect course topic. The second course is building your audience. So we're going to show you how to grow your email list using our mini course strategy, just like I shared in this webinar today, but really how to do that so you have a list of people who are engaged and also going to be the perfect fit when you sell your course. The third course you get access to is creating your course. We should have like a game to see how many times I say the word course in this webinar. But this is for you if you've been struggling with the idea of like, how do I even create my course? How do I create an outline? What do the videos look like? How do I do this so it's professional and people actually get results and like it? That's what we go through in that program. And then finally, with the Launch Your Course. And this is really all of the launch strategy. So I shared with you the Crazy 8 launch with the 8 emails, the calendar. That's what we go through in this course. So you know exactly how to sell your course, what emails to send. And for those of you that were thinking, this sounds like a lot of work. Like I don't like to write emails. We include email scripts that you can copy and paste. We have checklists, templates, everything you could need to make this successful and easy. Plus, you're going to get all of the Reach Summit replays. So we've had 3 separate events. We had one yesterday for content creators, and then tomorrow will be for coaches. But there's so many great workshops that you'll get access to those replays as well. And on top of this, we've never done this before, but you're going to get 1-year access of group coaching calls. And this is actually, if you've joined our coaching calls before, this is completely different. This is for an entire year. This is something that we're now only going to be offering to our business plan users, but you'll be able to lock that in for this offer. And you're going to get tailored platform optimization advice from our Teachable customer success experts. So this is so you never feel like you're left behind. You can get your questions answered. And then we also have a fast action bonus. Encore, can you kind of explain like what is the fast action bonus? How does this work? Even like we may or may not be doing other fast action bonuses later on during today. Can you kind of explain like how it works for everyone?
Yeah, absolutely. So the way this works is this is only, and I know we've said like all the things you get today, and I'm sure Jess is like, you're like tired of saying you get this and this and this and this. But this is one last thing that you get, and this is only for people who are on this call live and end up upgrading over the next 30 minutes when we're here to handle questions. You get another power hour where it's live coaching just to talk about branding, how to build a competitive advantage using brand. And you get this as well if you upgrade live. If you're listening to this on the recording, you unfortunately did not get this. But if you're here live, you get this as well. And if you were to upgrade live, you also get any further fast action bonuses we offer in any future webinars.
Yeah, absolutely. And someone was asking how much does this all cost? So these are all things that we're including. This is not what you normally get when you join Teachable. So it's $99 a month. You can cancel at any time, but you're not just getting the platform. So to be able to create your courses, to accept payments, all of that, and we can answer any questions you have in a bit. You're getting all of these courses and coaching and guidance. So you know what you're doing and what you need to do step by step. So you get all of this just by joining Teachable. You get all those bonuses. And if you're excited to join us, there is a button above this video, an orange button that you can select to join us. Now, if you're thinking, okay, I think this is the right fit for me, but I'm not sure, just know that we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can take 30 days, go through everything. If for whatever reason it just does not feel like the right fit for you, let us know, and we will give you a full refund, no questions asked. And I know like we always honor that, no matter what it is, 30 days. Some kind words from Karen. She actually was using courses to grow her coaching business. And she's had some incredible results with that. And I want to add, if you are an existing Teachable Pro plan member and you're watching this, we're going to give you all of this as a gift, as a way of saying thank you for being part of the Teachable family. So you should have access to it already, but if not, email summit@teachable.com and we will get you all of these bonuses. So if you're new and you want to join, all you have to do is click the button above this video. You will receive a confirmation email and you'll have immediate access to all of these bonuses. Now, the question you might be asking is, why is this offer so great? Like, why are we including all of these courses, all of these resources to do this? And Encore, I know you can touch on this too, but it's like our business only succeeds if you succeed. And Encore, like we want people to be successful in using Teachable longer. So we need to ensure you know what it takes and what you need to do to hit that.
Yep. Look, we're a platform, right? Very selfishly, if you succeed, if you like create online courses, we win. Like ultimately our goal is to just make this market of people creating and selling online courses as large as possible. So in times like this, it's, it makes good sense for us to try and give away as much information as possible, knowing that, when you need to use software to sell courses, we have the best software for that.
Absolutely. If you need us,
I see a couple of people bringing up, what if you're already a customer? If you're already a professional plan customer, you get this, you just get this. Like, again, we're not in this to like keep making our customers buy other stuff. If you're a customer, honestly, this is our thank you to you. You just email us and we'll give you all of this at no additional charge if you're already in the professional plan. If you're on the basic plan, you can move to the professional plan and get this as well. But if you're already a pro customer, this is on us. Don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that said, first of all, can everyone type into the chat if you have joined this bundle? Because this is so cheesy. I love to give virtual high fives. So we just want to like personally welcome you, but thank you for spending your time with us. So we are back here to answer your questions. If there's anything that we cover in this webinar that you want us to dive into, if you have questions about this offer, you have questions about Teachable, if it's the right fit for you or not, let us know. But I think it's also important to say like, a lot has changed in the world. So if this feels like a financially stressful decision, don't do it. Like, this is not like, we're not trying to pressure you in to do things that are not like the wise decision for you.
Make good decisions.
Yeah. You know, we're going to be sharing so much helpful information in this summit for free. Watch the replays. The bundle, like, we believe in this bundle with our whole heart. Like, we put so much effort into it because we know it's going to get you results quicker, but it is not the only option. You do not need this bundle to succeed. It'll help you, but do just make the right decisions for you. Just want to say that.
Yep. Michaela says she feels a lot more comfortable because of the money back guarantee, just knowing that she has 30 days to decide if this is right, if this has helped her, and then accordingly deciding. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Michaela. By the way, everyone, when you do upgrade, tell us in chat that you've upgraded, and we'll make sure you get the bonuses. And you may get a virtual elbow bump now. Let's not do high fives anymore.
Exactly. Also a really great point. Some people are wondering, like, do I need to like have my course idea already? Like, do I need to be ready to launch in order to make the most of this bundle? And the answer is no. So what you'll notice, and especially with the bonus courses that we offer, they're intentionally there to help you decide, like, what is your course topic going to be? Like, if you're starting from zero, growing your email list. So this is like, if you want to start from scratch, but just have the guidance from all of these courses, that's it. So you don't need to even know what your idea is or have an email list, because we show you how to do that inside the bonuses. In the courses.
Welcome Dina, welcome Christy, virtual elbow bumps, welcome Debbie. Tracy says you really are a great partner. Thank you. Thanks for saying that, Tracy. Welcome Sarah. Michael says please review the bundle again. I promise you we'll do it again in like maybe 10 minutes. Let's handle a few more questions, but we'll go through the bundle at least one more time. Welcome, yes. Drew.
Welcome.
Regina's about to upgrade. This is awesome.
Right. Do a little virtual high five here. And also please, there are people have actually sent in videos of them doing them and tagging us in it. So please do, so we know we're not by ourselves doing it.
Throwing this out into the void. A couple of other clarifications. Even though the form says there's a coupon code, as long as you use the orange button up there, you do not need a coupon code. Just continue with the purchase. Separately, if you want to prepay for a full year, you can also do that, and it's a lower price. It's $79 a month into 12, so $980 for 12 months. And to do that, you can go to teachable.com/proannual.
We'll type that
teachable.com/proannual. And you can get a lower monthly price, still get the offer, and 25% of that larger amount then gets donated to the Creator Fund.
Okay, looking through here. Oh, really great question from Sarah. Will I still own my content, or does Teachable? No, you have full control. This is like precisely why Teachable even got started. So important to note, you own your email addresses. We will not like email your students and like try to sell them other courses. If you decide to leave Teachable, if you want to like set up your own website and customize and do your own course website or whatever, we don't own that content. If you downgrade, your students don't lose access. Like, you'll just be downgraded to our free plan. So you have full control over that. Great question though. Okay.
Welcome Michaela, welcome Anshuma, welcome LM.
Welcome.
Wow, all these upgrades.
All right, and also let us know what your course topic is going to be too when you launch, and keep us posted. So if you go through like the first course, if you start going through even like Melissa Griffin's email list course that you're getting access to, and you start growing your list, like keep us posted along the way, because we've had people who have joined the summit like a year prior to the current summit, and they come back as speakers. Alana Cavalli is a great example. I know Glow was mentioning that she had watched summits and then now she's on the panel. So we love to stay posted with what you're doing.
Yep. Christina has a question saying, what if I've already bought Teachable Pro? Do I already get these? Yes, email us. Like, this is on us if you are already a Teachable Pro customer. Someone else asked if this is the same as the business plan. This is not. This is the professional plan. but we're not charging anything extra for this bundle. You get this at the exact same price that you would pay on our website, except you get all of these amazing courses. You get group coaching, which is typically available in the business plan. You get the fast action bonus. You get all of this included at no additional charge.
Ellen has upgraded. Welcome. Great question from Shanto. I hope I said your name right. Let me know if not. So in regards to like languages and also currency. So with Teachable, with your course website, your school, you can convert it in any language you want. You can charge for your course in any currency. So just know that you have that flexibility. And I mean, some of our top courses aren't even in English. Most of them, right?
Yep, a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of our top courses are, lots of different languages, lots of different currencies. I saw someone asking about the EU. We actually even pay out your VAT taxes for people based in the EU. So we're a fully international platform.
Danielle says, did you go, Danielle? Our Laura says, just joined. I've been mulling over a course. It's time to make the leap. Yes, keep us posted. That's super exciting.
Cool. A public service announcement from Mohammed, who says, "Stay home, everyone." Thank you, Mohammed.
Yes,
we are certainly doing this from home.
And actually, you might have noticed. I mean, if you've joined any of our previous summits, like in the past years, you might know. Like we do not normally we have like a really nice setup, professional camera, like all of that, and we are also staying home, doing it with our webcams.
Jess, there's a question about what's in the bag behind you.
Oh, nothing. Like books. It's just. If anyone has an interior decorating course, if you need some beta testers. Great question.
Yeah. Cool. Wes says sneeze in private. Lots of great advice coming through here.
Wonderful. Is it
question from Aiden? Go ahead.
Oh, go on.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, if you have any specific questions, even if just like you're sitting on the fence right now and you're like, I think this is the right fit for me, but I don't know. If there's anything that's like maybe like holding you back from making a decision either way, let us know. We will very happily say this is not the right fit for you, or it is. So if there's anything that might be holding you back, just let us know.
Lily upgraded. Welcome, Lily. A question saying, do you accept PayPal? When you create your course, you can charge in PayPal. For this offer specifically, it's credit card only, but as a platform for your students to pay, we do accept PayPal. And another question from Aiden Tan saying, I want to try out the pro plan for 30 days. I will not get a refund after 30 days, but can I keep the content? You can keep the Teachable U content as long as you are a paying customer. So even if you were to go from pro to basic, you'll keep Teachable U. The rest of the stuff is only valid as long as you are sort of in the same plan. The other thing I want to kind of remind everyone here is the price of the professional plan is changing on April 1st. The plan that's now $99 a month or $79 a month if you pay for a full year ahead of time, the price goes up by $20. So if you were to be on that plan before April 1st, you will keep that price for the rest of your like Teachable subscription lifetime. So that's the other benefit. If you think that plan is right for you, this is the single best time to do that.
Also, some great questions around like content, like what type of content can you host? So the nice thing is that, so we talk about courses today, but people use Teachable for so many things. So you can obviously include videos, you can embed PDFs. So a lot of people will use Teachable for like ebooks. You can do audio only. You can do just text. Like there's so many things you can do. You can also do memberships. So you can have recurring payments, one-time payments, payment plans. It's up to you with how you use it, but there's a lot of things that you can do with it as well.
Cool. Question from Mikana. I'm probably not pronouncing your name correctly, and I apologize for that. Do we accept Apple Pay for students? And yeah, we accept Apple Pay, Google Pay. We've spent so much effort focusing on the payment system. We allow you to sell courses one-off. We allow you to sell courses monthly. We allow you to sell courses annually. You can have payment plans. You can have affiliates. You can have authors. We'll automatically split payments for you. You have 100 different currencies. You can bundle courses together. You can have multiple pricing plans. We have like 30 to 40 people in our company working on our payment infrastructure in lots of different ways. What that means for you is two things: higher conversion rates than anyone else, and secondly, all the painful, annoying things like paying your taxes and paying out your affiliates and upsells and all these things we handle for you. That's a big part of what you get when you buy Teachable.
Also want to add to the save payments. So the nice thing about Teachable too is that we have my Teachable account. So if someone purchases your course or any course that happens to be using Teachable, their payments are saved with their account. So if you've ever been on Amazon and done the one-click payments, you know how easy and how much nicer it is to not have to find where your credit card is. We allow that for your checkout. So your students can buy your courses without having to re-add all that information in. Okay, looking here. So yeah, this is the price of the bundle. So all of these courses and everything, it's just for the price of Teachable Pro Plan, which is $99 a month. You can cancel at any time. And like we said before, if you were already considering Teachable, the price will be going up after March 31st. So you will lock that pricing in as well, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. A question on the microphones we're using. Butter says, are you using a Blue Yeti with AirPods? How does that work? So the Blue Yeti is for my input, and this is like where I hear Jess speak. And Jess is using an even nicer mic.
This is the, we had a lot of questions about that, so I actually found out it's a Rode NT1. We are not sponsored by either Blue Yeti or Rode, but just answering your questions.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Someone asked if the contribution of the charitable cause, the creator fund, is it recurring or is it one time? It's every purchase that happens during this event. So if you buy a monthly plan, it'll be for the month. If you buy an annual plan, it'll be for the entire year. Cool. Another question about the annual plan. How do I get the annual plan? It is teachable.com/annual pro or pro annual. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus. And there is a 30-day money-back guarantee on that as well. And whenever a year passes, if you want to renew your price, it'll renew at the same rate, even though Teachable prices are going up for that plan on April 1st. You'll keep that old price.
Oh, great question here from Liz, who is wondering, where did you go, Liz? When creating the course, how should I get feedback before the launch to make sure my course is a good course and makes sense to others, not just me? If you have joined the bundle, definitely check out Pat Flynn's Smart from Scratch, as well as the first course in Teachable U. But what I will say, just give you the cliff notes of this, is to validate your course before you launch. There's a few things you can do. You can do a beta group of people, so a beta test, meaning that you have a small group of people who either purchase your course for a very low price or they do it for free in exchange for giving feedback. And so you can kind of go through the content. You can pre-record it, or you could even teach it live, gather feedback, see where people are dropping off, and adjusting your course that way. Also, the nice thing is within Teachable, you can also see how far people progress in your course. There's incredible tracking that way. So if you're going and you do a launch and you notice that most people are watching their videos, but then there's one module or one section where everyone drops off halfway through, you can kind of use that as guidance. It's oh, interesting. Hey everyone, we'd love to know what you thought of this section. Were there any things that were stumping you or any questions you have? So it's a great way to improve your content that way. Even if you do a full launch, that's there too.
Mm-hmm. A question from David saying, refund requests, how often do students ask for refunds? It's pretty low. Typically it's 5% or under, which is why we recommend giving your students a 30-day no questions asked money back guarantee. I just think it makes people more comfortable to buy, and refunds are typically far lower than you would probably fear they would be. Just a few people are asking, if they could see what the offer again, because they might be tuning in late or something. Yes. Guys, we're going to be online for another 13 minutes. At 12:30 Eastern, this offer goes away. So with that, for the next 12 minutes, we're here to answer any questions you might have, and Jess will pull up the offer one final time.
Yep, here we go. Yes, I'll walk you through this. I guess now I can read through everything. I always feel do I need to read through all this? But it's important you know what you're getting. So for this 2020 Growth Essential Bundle, this is for $99 a month. You can cancel at any time. So this is the price that you would pay anyways for Teachable. You're getting our Teachable Pro plan, which is our most popular plan. Important to highlight too. So this allows you to have unlimited courses, unlimited students. You can customize the branding. You have your own custom domain, accept payments, all of that. Then you also get Teachable U, which is our flagship program that we built based off of the data and the insights that we have around course creation. And it takes you through the 4 key parts to getting your course business off the ground. Then on top of that, so what's special about this bundle is you're getting Pat Flynn's course, Smart from Scratch, that really shows you how to validate your ideas and to select what your next project should be, knowing that there's a demand for it. That course is usually $249. You're going to get access to Melissa Griffin's Email List Academy Lite. So that is an email list building course, but it is for you to choose the right strategies based off of your personality and strengths. So it's not a one size fits all. You can choose what is the best list building technique for you or strategy for you. You're going to get video editing for beginners from Dallin Need. That's a $299 value. Launch Leader, which is the ultimate launch system for entrepreneurs, Jen Kemp for $297. The Bloggy Bootcamp with John Meese and Michael Hyatt's Platform University, which is a valued at $100. Instagram Sales Machine, so not just to grow your Instagram, but how to grow the right type of following to grow not just your email list, but also your sales and your offerings. All of the summit replays from all the summits that we're doing, 1 year within these 3 days, 1 year of group coaching, which is valued over $3,000, and the fast action bonus if you join us, which is a branding session with Kay Putnam. All of that for $99. You can cancel at any time. That was a mouthful, but hopefully that helps answer your questions. And I'll leave it up here while we're looking at the questions here.
Yeah, well, let's leave this up here for, a couple of minutes at least so people can get a sense. But again, as I said, this is an amazing deal because you get all of this stuff at the exact same price you would already pay for the professional plan. And the professional plan price is going up in a week. So you lock that price in, for the rest of your life, basically. And you get the group coaching. There's just a lot going on here, which is why it is, the best offer we do have on Teachable. And we're here for the next 10 minutes. If you have any other questions about this offer, about the content, if not, Reach Summit is just going to keep going and keep getting better. What do we have coming up next in the summit, Jess?
I'm so excited. So we have Laura Belgray, who's going to be doing a workshop at 2 p.m. Eastern. And that is all about writing emails that actually get open. So it's one thing to grow your email list. It's another thing to actually create emails that are going to grow your business and to engage your audience. So she is an incredible copywriter, entrepreneur, great speaker. So that is happening at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then we have a panel at 6 p.m. and then another workshop at 8 p.m. with Nathan Chan to grow your brand. A lot happening here. And again, let us know if you have joined us during the summit. If you have any questions, anything at all, we are here.
Mark says, time for you to sign up for an affiliate program with Rode and start selling some microphones.
Again, and I do want to stress, so I love equipment. I geek out over different equipment. You do not need to the Blue Yeti mic, or even just having just clear audio if you're using your phone or whatever it is. That's important. You do not need to jump in and get mics. But also, it's another great opportunity for us to say that we are doing a giveaway using the hashtag ReachSummit2020. And if you share a picture of your notes, maybe a boomerang of you doing the virtual high five or whatever it is that you want to do, we are giving away elbow bump. Yeah, we're giving away some Rode mics, or not Rode. Sorry, Blue Yeti mics.
Seriously, you're about to cause our team a lot of trouble.
Exactly.
Making promises we're not. Cool. Amy's saying, do any of these things come with a professional membership no matter when or what price I sign up for? The only thing that comes with professional membership, even if you were to sign up later, is Teachable You. Everything else is special to this offer today.
Yes.
So, when will winners be announced for the giveaway, Jess? Do you know? I
think it's after the summit. Well, they'll be obviously contacted once they pick, but let's find out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Friday.
Yeah, someone in chat will comment and let you know. Follow us on social media. That's where all of this stuff happens. Cool. Sarah says, I posted a screenshot of my screen because I'm still in bed here in Arizona. That is allowed. You are behind us in time. That's totally acceptable. Cool. For the giveaway, can it be on the Instagram feed, or do stories work as well? Stories work as well, so you're good. Anshuma says, are either of you accessible by email for follow-up questions? I think Summit at Teachable is the best email address because we have 130 people working at Teachable, and someone will probably be quicker than one of us, but we all see everything.
Rosemary saying, I just signed up and I'm confused. Let us know, Rosemary, what you're looking for. And again, if you have any questions, summit@teachable.com.
Cool. Just Albert is asking if you could explain the difference between the Teachable Basic and Pro membership.
Such a good question. Yes. So what I'll do, like the main difference is, so the professional plan, there is no transaction fees. So you pay the same amount every single month. You can make $1 million, you can make $1,000, whatever. There's no transaction fees on that. Plus we have advanced features. You have like one-click upsells. Just there's more features behind the pro plan. Basic plan, we say, is usually the best fit if you're not looking to launch for like 6 months to a year, or you're not looking to sell courses, because there is a transaction fee. It's more basic. The basic plan. But what I would say though is that it's still like you can still get your course off the ground, but there's a transaction fee with it. So I would say if you're planning or anticipating of making more than like, I don't know, $200, like it would make sense to use the pro plan in the long term. Yeah. And then again, the biggest difference though is that the pro plan for this summit is what you get all of the courses and the bonuses.
Yep. And you lock in the price before it changes. Someone else asked the difference between the pro and the business plan. The business plan is even more expensive than the pro plan, and that applies to people who are running a business where you need multiple people running your school. Like let's say you need custom roles for, you know, an accountant, and you have like multiple authors. And if you're a real business, you should contact our sales team to talk about whether that's a better fit. But if you're an independent business owner or an individual creator, the pro plan should be more than sufficient. And Colleen had a question, do I get unlimited courses? Yes, you have unlimited everything, unlimited video, unlimited hosting, unlimited courses, unlimited students. There are no sort of overage charges, no like hidden fees, no limit sort of on where you can take your course. We literally have accounts with over 1 million students, and I think the most I've seen is about 4,000 courses. So have fun with it.
Yeah, I think sometimes people are like, really unlimited, and then they like add in another 100 videos.
Yeah.
A really great question from Maria, who upgraded Virtual i5, elbow bump. Where do you access the bonus courses? So you should receive an email from us and you'll have instant access to it. It's inside of your Teachable U dashboard. But if for whatever reason you don't see it, email us at summit@teachable.com and we'll ensure that you get all of that.
Yep. Thank you for saying this, Mark. Mark says, in my experience now 12 months as a partner, Teachable support, response time, and how specific they are is second to none. Great job to all of Teachable. Oh. That's a great point, Mark. And I think, you know, for everyone else from Teachable listening, I think from Jess and I, thank you. Like we just come on these presentations and say these things, but there's 130 people putting in work behind all of this. We have over 50, engineers and product people making our product better. Close to 40 people on our help desk and our support team who are there, kind of working with our creators every single day.
We have an award-winning customer care team. Yeah. And also everyone in the chat, can we also give a big thank you and shout out to all of Team Teachable that is in answering your questions, because we honestly, there's so many people, as you can see, typing things in. So really appreciate it. Melinda says, teamwork makes the dream work. Yes. Kim, the giveaway is if you use a hashtag ReachSummit2020. Use that on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I was trying to think of the other social platforms with your notes, and you'll be entered to win some great prizes, including a Yeti mic, the hat that Encore is wearing, the creator hat, which has been a surprisingly big hit, which is great to see.
Why are you surprised?
I mean, I love the idea of the hat. I just didn't know if people would really resonate with just a hat. It's like t-shirts. You don't think people would really care about t-shirts, but okay. Really important question.
Says, don't you eat?
That's the question.
Aisha says, don't you eat those oranges? No, they're basically, I'm going to use them as a marinade, but I'm excited. So they'll probably be here tomorrow as well. So, yeah. Cool. We're here for 2 more minutes, by the way. I just looked at the time. 2 more minutes for getting this offer. We're not going to repeat the offer, but Jess, one last time, can you tell people what the fast action bonus is, the one that's only available for the next 2 minutes?
Yes. So this actually, I'm going to share the fast action bonus, but just keep in mind that there's also more coming to later on today that you'll also get access to. But the key fast action bonus that you're getting is the branding session with Kay Putnam. So really kind of getting clear on what is your brand advantage? How do you stand out from not necessarily your competitors, but just in your market? And how do you brand your course business and yourself? So she's a psychology driven branding expert, and so she's going to be there answering all of your questions. She's an incredible teacher, communicator, so it's definitely something that if you have been wanting to look at what your brand can be, should be, I'd highly recommend that session. Okay.
One final question we'll handle, which is how does group coaching work? I saw this coming up a couple of times. But the way group coaching works is starting April 1st, we'll have at least 3 weekly sessions that we'll send out a link to. You can sign up for group coaching, and someone from the Teachable team will be there to help you with technical issues, questions about your launch, just brainstorming ideas with you. It's a new initiative. We're really excited to offer it. It's only on our business plan typically, which is $500 a month. But for this event, we're now making it available to everyone that upgrades as well. And you get to have that for 1 full year.
Yeah, which is super exciting.
Welcome, Carol. Oranges for joining during the webinar. Possibly. I mean, Victoria wants to know if you can create... Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just reading the question.
You can have mine. They've just been there. They're just looking at me every day.
Victoria's saying, can you create several courses under the same school in one plan? That's a really great question, and I think it's important to kind of clarify what the difference is here. So when you join Teachable on the Pro plan, you get access to like one school, and really a school is like your course website. Now, within that, you can have unlimited courses. So you can have courses on baking cookies, baking cakes, baking pastry. I'm obviously very hungry. You can do all of that, unlimited students. So one plan offers one like course website or one school, but then you can have as many courses within that.
Welcome, Liz. Welcome, Nathan from the Philippines. Dan says you guys are all right. I will take that grudging compliment. It's more than I typically get. Virginia just upgraded. Aiden Tan just done purchasing. Welcome, all of y'all. It's great to have you. And again, you have 30 days to go through everything. We're really, really excited to have you.
Ellie says, thanks for, where did you go? Thanks for so many free tips. Having lost my work, I feel like I've joined a new community. Ellie, thank you for that. Yeah, please, I encourage you to like watch the replays, join us for the sessions, stay for the Q&As, so we can answer all of your questions. But yeah, just like this workshop, I mean, we've had people just watch this webinar, apply the things that we shared and get results. So we did not hold any information back. There wasn't like the secret sauce that we held back from you. Really, it's just like you can follow that. The courses go more in depth, but you have everything you need in order to take action.
Welcome, Badr. Welcome, Cindy. She is saying, can I change the name of my school? You can change your name, your website, all of this at any point. So I wouldn't like let that step hold you back. Kim says, where do I send my screenshot of the hashtag? Put it on any kind of social media, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Can they do LinkedIn? Why not? LinkedIn, sure.
We'll monitor it. I would say Instagram. We'll I would say Instagram. The key ones I would definitely say is Instagram, like Instagram stories or post, Twitter or Facebook. You are welcome to share it on LinkedIn. You're welcome to share it on TikTok. But I would say the ones that we're definitely looking at would be those three.
I don't know about that. I'm kidding.
Is actually entering this.
Deb just purchased. Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn right now looking for the hashtag, and I'm not seeing much. So let's go, team. Yeah, Christy's saying, why not LinkedIn? That's right. I'm you know what? I'm all for equal opportunity for all social networks. Let's do this.
All right, we'll include LinkedIn.
Okay, we're 2 minutes past time. We're still having fun, but I think we probably should start heading out. Can you repeat the hashtag, Jess, one more time?
Hashtag Reach Summit 2020. Definitely use that. And also know, so this session's ending, but we have another incredible one coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern with Laura Belgray, all about writing emails that actually get open and grow your business. So, like we said,
Dan wants to use the hashtag on Bumble. Dan, do that and send me a screenshot. Post like that. Yeah, we'll honor Bumble.
I can confirm you may. Okay. I'll let you monitor those ones. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
The troll. All right.
Wonderful. Yeah, keep us posted. Hope to see you guys at 2 p.m. And I guess maybe in closing, what I would say is going to share a video with you because I think it's important to kind of see that, yes, you're focused on okay, what is my course going to be? What should I do? But I think what we have seen consistently is that you cannot even anticipate the impact you can have by your work and stepping into this. And I'm sure you've even seen this with the people you work with as a freelancer. So just in closing, I'm going to share, this is a fun video that we did. We invited a few of our Teachable creators into New York. They thought we were going to interview them about their courses, which We did. But we also had another little surprise for them, and that is what this video is. So thank you all for being
Grab
here.
a box of tissues and get ready to cry. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks so much. We'll see you at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Dude, I am a crier. Is this gonna make me cry?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nice headphones, by the way.
You can press play.
Hi Benny, this is Tiffany. I wanted to just say something nice about you real quick. I've always loved your videos because you help me to not be afraid to make mistakes.
Hi Benny, to me you teach bravery. Maintenant je parle français avec mes enfants, especially Frankie, she's going to learn French. And that is a wonderful thing, and I thank you so much.
Penny, surprise. To me, you teach moms that they're not alone on their parental journey.
So I thank you for Penny, for being Penny, and for being wonderful and helping us each through our own journey of our special needs kids.
Jessica, thank you so much for allowing me to have a better quality of life, and also thank you for teaching me how to be an advocate for other women. So because of your leadership and leading the way, I'm not gonna get emotional, but I can reach out to people too.
Time you've put in, the work you've done, the research you've done, we can expand our studios and now welcome the youngest students, and that's because of the work you've done.
Nicole, I'm 60, and you've taught me so much about how to reach for higher heights.
Because of the example that you've been, I am finally ready to transition out of a career that I've been in for 10 years. I really owe a lot to you.
Hi Asad, my name is Javed. I don't know if you know me. So I'm from India, Mumbai, and without you knowing, you contributed towards my growth. I even won, the biggest talent show in my country, India, and I'm the first magician to do it. So I'm really thankful to your contribution. Keep doing what you do.
I'm speechless right now. I know of that guy, I've followed his journey, I've been super impressed, but I've never spoken to him directly before. So to hear that he actually learned from 52 cards, that's mind-boggling, that's awesome.
When I see pictures of their kids and their families, and being able to see that these are things that they're able to go and impact others, you just realize that the reach is so much further. And I know that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't decided to use courses and if I just stuck with one-to-one. And it's just a lot in a little bit of time.
Well, I think the biggest thing is that I'm on the other side of this, but it was hard for me too. And I think that with most of the teachers on Teachable, they've gone through their own personal journey to get to where they are.
I grew up thinking that I was bad at language learning and that I didn't have the talent for it. And it's opened up a whole new world of possibilities to me. And I can see in their faces as they're telling me their stories that this is something that's truly been important to them and it's truly made an impact in their lives. And it's a privilege that I'm able to make that impact with other people.
Think about who do you want to help? I hadn't even met some of those people. I didn't even know what some of those people looked like.
I came into this just a mom who was really desperate to help her kid and then really wanted to share that information. You know that you're doing things for people, but then to see it all is